Welcome back to another episode of the From Half Court Sports Podcast, Sports Talk Show with Darren and Rob. I'm your host, Rob. That's my other co host, Darren. Darren, I'm nervous, dog. I really feel like the Golden State Warriors are going to be doing what you're doing right now.
What am I doing?
You're about to go fishing, and I'm scared, dog. I'm really
I'm
fucking
not
scared.
going fishing. I'm not going fishing.
You wearing the fishing hat, though, and I'm nervous, dog. I'm really nervous.
It's
Um,
just a hat.
that's a fishing hat.
It's just a hat.
The Golden State Warriors are really struggling with the athletic presence of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I'm not necessarily counting them out right now, but first of all, let me get this out the way. Klay Thompson, I'm glad Klay Thompson had a good game. He really needed it, and the Golden State really needed him to have a good game. I think what really lost him this game was Draymond not being a presence. Um, Yeah, I think it's as simple as that. Draymond not being Draymond at his full ability, specifically on the defensive end, kind of lost him. Kind of lost him. Kind of lost him this game, especially in that fourth quarter.
I disagree.
What? Okay, so what's your take on the game?
I think that it's great that Steph did his thing and Clay did his thing, but Steph got some early fouls that was honestly bullshit. But I'll leave that alone. That's the refs. They gotta do what they gotta do. Ultimately, nobody else came with Golden State at all. It was just Steph and Clay. They could have had an Andrew Wiggins that could have showed up. Um, Poole could have had a better game. Gary Payton could have had a better game on either side of the ball. Nobody really showed up with them, so ultimately they lost. And 25 and 5 from three players on the opposite side is just ridiculous. And also the paint presence of I can't remember the name of Williams,
Robert
whatever.
Williams.
Yeah, he's nice. Uh, but the fact that he's just young and in the middle is kind of like messing up Golden State going to the basket. But we'll see what happens.
Golden State put themselves in a really scary scenario. They put themselves in a must-win game four in Boston. I think the worst thing that can happen right now for Golden State is if they lose game four. Uh, I believe if I'm correct, Boston still has um two games, two home games left. Game four and game six. So they have two home games to win this series. Um, that's scary, man. That means you have to win a game in Boston. I think that has to be game four. As I said last time, I thought Golden State was going to win this game. Uh, this game three. Their backs against the wall. Do you have any predictions for game four?
They'll pull it out. Golden State is going to pull out game four.
Yeah.
Ultimately, somebody else will come with them, and hopefully, these referees can swallow the fucking whistle because that was just atrocious call.
It was a crazy environment in Boston too. I will say that. Shout out to the Boston fans for making it a hectic environment.
Mm. I don't think
When's the
Tatum.
last time they were in the finals? 08 or 09 when they played Kobe?
One championship in like 30 or 50 years. Something stupid. Not, yeah, 30 something. Nothing
Darren,
stupid.
it's getting really hard to root against Jason and Jalen, man. It's just like I think you said it on the last episode we did. They're kind of the team of destiny this year, and they've always been in playoff contention since they've been together. I think I think they said something like Jason Tatum has never missed a playoff since he's been in the league.
All right. Whatever you say.
I'm pretty sure it's something like that. So the growth of this team, people keep calling this team a young team. I don't look at them as young, man. little bit of playoff success before in the past, and this seems like a kind of a culmination of all of that coming together. And to be able to
Tatum's
beat
a
the
kid.
what'd you say?
Tatum's a kid.
How old is he?
He's a kid. I don't
Uh,
know how old he is. I just know he's young. They are young. They're a young team.
they're young relatively, but them having, like I said, playoff success in the past and getting to this moment and possibly knocking off the best team of this past, well, at least the second half of the last decade will be a big thing for them. Um, so shout out to them if they can do it. Really, really shout out to them. They'll do it. I'm gonna be really happy for them if they're able to pull it out. I still
I
have Golden
truly.
State in 6. Um, so hopefully they can get it done too.
This series is not about Celtics at all to me.
Who's it mostly about?
About Golden State. Can they win it without Kevin Durant being without that guy being there? Can Steph be the Finals MVP? Can Steve Kerr coach a team into winning it versus a younger, more physical team? Not about
I agree with all those points
Boston.
except for the first one you made.
Not about Boston. It's not about Boston. That's my whole point.
Yeah. I would like to agree with you, but I disagree with you. I think this is a lot about Boston. I think this is a really well built team. I will say this. I do think it's a little interesting that I forget their coach's name from the previous year. Um, that's an
Brad
executive now.
Stevens.
Yeah, Brad Stevens. Do you find it a little interesting that as soon as Brad Stevens leaves, they get this deep into the playoffs? They actually get to the finals. So Brad Stevens never made the finals, as far as I know.
Dog, I don't understand. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. They have a better head coach, but at the same time, Middleton wasn't there when they played Milwaukee. Whatever happened with Miami happened with Miami. We know what happened with the Brooklyn series. So this is a team of destiny. I'm not trying to say that that's the biggest reasons, but I'm not picking the Celtics to come out next year.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. And I think being the Tim and Destiny is a bigger deal than like people give it credit for. I think that's a real thing. I said the same thing about whenever the Ravens won their Super Bowl back in the day with Joe Flacco. They look like a team of destiny, and they just have a certain aura around them. Same thing with that 2019 Raptors team. They felt like a team of destiny, especially after Kawhi hit that shot in Philly. Um, so basically, I'm just really excited for this series. I think you are predicted Golden State in Game 4. I'm going to predict Golden State in Game 4 because it's a must-win as well. I thought that I'm really looking forward to this series.
Boston will not get another game.
All right. So, do you have anything else you want to talk about from the sports standpoint today?
Hunter Renfro got paid. I'm happy for him. That's solid. Aaron Donald got paid.
How long did you
That's
guys
great for
lock him
him.
up for?
2 years extension, I believe. Aaron Donald got paid too, though. I'm happy for him.
We
I don't know
talked
if
about
we
that last time.
discussed that. Cooper Cup got paid, but I feel like he was underpaid. But it is what it is. I understand he doesn't want to break the bank. He just wants to have a good team around him. So that's why he's one of my favorite receivers. Um, I'm happy to see all these players starting to get their money. I'll be happy when Darren Waller gets paid, and I'm really excited for the football season. Yeah, I'm really excited.
It's dope.
Deshaun Watson, though, that's a sad situation right now.
I've been asking some of my Browns friends at work and just in the text messages and stuff what they think of this Deshaun situation. So I'm gonna ask you the same question I was asking them. If he gets suspended, first of all, do you think he should get suspended? And if so, how long do you think he should get suspended?
Before I saw 66 in 17 months, I was very much so. Like maybe 6, 8 games, but after that, I was like, yeah, he's gonna be gone for a year.
Yeah, I think that's the right move too from the NFL, just from like a PR standpoint. A 1 year suspension just sounds about right. Especially with the suspensions they were handing out before with players and whatnot. Just comparing them to their other suspensions, a year sounds about right. Um, yeah, I agree with you. I couldn't say anything else about that. All right.
So I hate this shit.
Next question, follow-up question for that. I think the backup quarterback right now is Jacoby Brissett.
Yep.
How does that give you? What outlook do you have for the season with Jacoby Brissett potentially being the starting QB?
We'll still have a solid season. It'll just still have a solid season. I'm not just too worried. I'm not too impressed with the receiver core that they have right now. So regardless, I don't think he could elevate their receiving core. So they'll just have a solid season with the run game. But being back, being back, playing back from games, they won't really do too well.
All right. You got anything else before we wrap up?
Nope.
All right. It's a quick episode today. We like to thank you guys again for checking out another episode of the From Half Court Sports Talk Show with me and Darren and I. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. We try to record every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Come check us out. We'll see you guys next time.